What's going on, everybody? Brett here, and we are back on day 80 of our Battle Brothers Beast and Exploration Let's Play. And our current contract is to defend the settlement of Senftenberg and its outskirts from raiding parties. Going to get some crowns on completion, so we just need to hang around here until we get attacked and see the parties and then beat them down. So, before we even get started, guys, I want to have not going to be quite a rant, but I want to talk for a bit. This series has been super successful for me. I've only been doing YouTube for a couple months now. I do it, my own free time. I do it for free because, of course, I'm not a big enough channel. No one's paying me. I just do it because I love these games and I wanted to meet people and make a bit of a community around some of my favorite games. And that's certainly happening with our Battle Brothers Let's Play. For those of you who are watching every day, you know that I'm getting somewhere around like 40, 50 views on these videos consistently. And then some of my older ones, like the first couple episodes in this series, are up to nearly like 200 views. So that's huge for me. That tells me a few things. One, I'm not that bad at this, which is great to know. And two, that this is a game that a lot of people want to see, and I think has some longevity. It's something that I'm honestly considering once we're done with this playthrough, which is still a ways off, guys. I mean, we're talking like, if we want to do like final in-game content, I mean, we could be as far as like 20 episodes out from that before we like kill a kraken, so to speak, and feel really good about it. So we could end up doing a harder playthrough on the next run, and I'm totally down for that. Someone mentioned in the comment section, which of course I do read, that they've changed a bit how the permanent destruction works, and that you can actually undergo quests to kind of restore cities, which if that's the case, I would love to do that. I think that's a pretty flavorful addition. Honestly, the dudes at Overhype, who I have no connection with whatsoever, but I do appreciate the fact that they've supported this game for so long and that they actually are taking player feedback into account. That seems to me like something that if they didn't come up with that on their own, I could very easily see a player making that suggestion and then implementing it, because it's such a good idea. Also, something that I've been slightly off about since I've started this playthrough, and I think it may have been a change from the original base gameplay, but it's throwing weapons, guys. So I know the javelins, I think they're called javelins, or the throwing spears, are still 100% consumable, but I think, incorrect about the throwing axes and I think they are the javelins. We could be giving these to our frontliners and having a bit of throwing spear action in the front line, or throwing axe action. Yeah, I mean, we came across those legendary unique ones. We could have picked those up. And I'm kind of kicking myself for not doing that. I don't know if we'll ever grab the perk for throwing mastery, which is honestly not bad. However, it does work differently than I thought it did. It does consume ammunition, and it does refill at the end of battle, just like our quivers do. I did a little research into it. Someone mentioned that in the comment sections, but I'm very glad they did, because throwing weapons are something I've always wanted to use, but they just never felt worth it to me, based on the fact that they were a pure consumable that cost a ton. And I always felt like buying them slowed down my acceleration into the late game. So let me go ahead. We can walk around while we do this. While I'm talking, that is. Also, at the end of the last episode, we found the ancient statue, which boosted our party's morale, but didn't seem to do anything beyond that. I'm very curious if there's some sort of quest tied to it. We can get up here in the mountains real quick and see what we can see. It is nighttime. We do not want to fight at night if we can help it. We're at a bit of a disadvantage. So, okay, greenskins are now coming. Yeah, we don't want to fight them at night. So there they are. There's only 6 of them. That's nothing. Oh, never mind. There's a few orc warriors. Oh my god. Okay, guys, our first orc warrior battle, and I think it's going to be at night. I don't think we quite made it to dawn. Though perhaps we did. Oh, we did make it to dawn. Excellent. So, okay, guys, this is a dangerous fight for us. We can pull them back and force them to fight us in the low ground. So this is what I'm considering, guys. We get our archers up here, and our front line basically here, and then force them to fight one tile below us. Orc warriors are very dangerous. They're heavily armored, and they do a ton of damage. Their morale is high. They're very hard to kill. The strategy is usually to take out all the orc young, which really isn't that hard, and then to focus on surrounding and beating down the Orc warriors using Overwhelm to lower their stats. And he's not even wearing a helmet, so we could potentially stun him if we bop him on the head with Lance. But these are the type of fights, Orc warriors are the type of units that kill brothers. So we need to be very aware of that. And at this point, I don't think we're going to fall back. I don't see the position as advantageous enough to give up some fatigue and some of our initiative to take some of these big shots. So if we move back, that's less shots we're going to be able to put into the Orc Young. And Overwhelm's not a big deal. We're going to kill these guys when we shoot them. Not a big deal at all. So we want them to move forward, give us better shots. Yeah, none of them have shields also. So here we go. 79% chance. We'll take that all day. So there's only 2 Orc warriors. That's a manageable number at this point in the game. And since the Orcs will probably have some of this initiative before we begin, we can go ahead and spear wall. That's perfectly fine. The only position we're worried about is this spot right here, and they're going to have to break through Hungry's spear wall to get to that. Yeah, so this is the big ugly right here. He doesn't have a shield, however, and this one doesn't have a helmet. So these are things we can take advantage of. Okay, quality misses at least. But I would love to get this kill and not let them run away. We don't want any gaps in our spear wall line. And they could certainly charge us and break it. So we need to be aware of that. But killing him isn't just a necessity of, you know, getting experience. It's getting that kill in front of them and forcing them to have a bit of morale issues. Man, and just missing feels so bad. Especially with our crossbow shots, which we really need to do big damage. Okay, that was nice. Dang, too many misses. Hondo with a big shot. Okay, and they didn't quite have initiative over some of our spear bros, but that's okay. So wasted a little bit of fatigue there. Quality, double quality miss. Alright, and one more turn holding them back. Which is great. More time for our archers. Yeah, and he's not even going to jump in and try and take that shot. So what they're basically gearing up to do is charge. I'm fully expecting him to try and break through this line this turn. We put a little bit of armor damage on him. We have some decent armor piercing in this group. And we also have fearsome on some of our guys, which is very good against orcs for trying to help them rout. Oh, and he's pulling out his bundle of javelins on us. There we go, one down. Can we get the second one? And we did. Let's drop the trees again. So very good. Can't switch. He doesn't have quick hands yet. That's okay. He has some other very powerful abilities. And our dogs, honestly, are very good at taking down orcs. In the super late game, oftentimes what I've done is to really just drop all my dogs against orcs. You usually lose 1 or 2, but they take so much of the heat off of your brothers. And at the end of the day, you know, it's a couple hundred gold to not lose a brother, which is always worth it. Unfortunately, this dude is behind a tree. So we're going to shoot at the one with the shield, and we did decent damage to him. Got a little bit bypassed his armor. So no shield on him makes him a pretty good target. I'm pretty worried about this. Okay, take some 36% chance shots. But yeah, this is why we get things like crippling strikes and executioner. Just because getting injuries on orc warriors is very strong. Also, the overwhelm you'll see already kind of went off there. Yeah, we missed that. Sucks. We could demolish his armor. You can't wear orc armor, so destroying it is honestly not that bad. We probably should have looked to do that there. We'll keep up our spear wall for I think one more turn, expecting him to close the distance, and then we'll know exactly where we stand. So alright, now we have a chance to strike him down. He's not wearing a helmet, and we hit him, but we didn't daze him. Oh man, is Cudgel the one that dazes? It is, but this has a 75% chance to stun, which I think is better than daze. That's okay, we still hit him. At least we hit him. It wasn't just like a complete whiff or something. Alright, we're keeping him back for another turn. That's great. 4 chimes he tried to get in. That's awesome for us. And we just messed up his armor. Very good. And we should be able to put some big shots on him. Unless we miss terribly. But otherwise, we're going to put some big shots on him. Point blank shot. Not quite there. Okay. Let's try that. And we dazed him. That's really good. And this guy, I don't know what he's doing. He's either trying to go up and around us or to run away. Either one is good for us. Yeah, that's a good shot. Wow, look at all that HP damage we just did, and we're very close to killing him. Nice. Getting lots of overwhelm. We have 2 stacks of overwhelm on him. One more hit and we would have been able to kill him. So this is kind of crappy. We can move in here to lock down this Orc Warrior, which I think is fine. Oh, that's true, we can't do that. That's okay. We can drop our dog here and still have what we need to attack him, and that actually broke his morale, so this ended up being perfect. I don't know why, guys, I thought I could just walk past him and jump up there. That was an obvious mistake. That's okay, I don't think it's going to come back to bite us. And he's dazed and bleeding, so he's going to die next turn, guaranteed. No big deal. And we want to make sure that we get the experience. We don't want the dogs to get these kills. Nice. Good pup. Take a big 81% chance shot. And we'll hold back. We'll see what he can do. Nice. What did we get from him? We got his shield, which I think are just too heavy for us to use. Take an 18% chance shot. No big deal. And we'll further surround him so that if he tries to run, we're near guaranteed to get him. We can come up here. Do we have a clear line of sight? No. That's okay. Move here. That should be clear. 60% chance, and we nailed it. Just move up a bit. Corral him a little. We'll just keep passing. Alright, two more stacks of overwhelm. And he's just not able to get in there. And now he's kind of running. Almost got him. I think now's the time to break our formation. And to chase him down. So now we have him locked. Which is dangerous. It's honestly a bit of like a Rorschach situation where it's like we're locked in here with him. But if we can get him nicely surrounded, it won't be that bad. We also have a bit of a high ground advantage, and we can get Hondo up here taking some extra range shots. Yeah, we're running them down. And the dog takes the kill, of course. That's just the way it is. Okay. Yeah, and we've gotten past his armor into the juicy orc meat below. 95% chance to hit there. That was gorgeous. And we're out of ammo on Raymond. Doesn't matter. We're hoping that Hungry Two-Timer is going to be the one to finish him. As long as it's not a dog, I'm happy. And there we go. So our first Orc Warrior fight, luckily they were in low enough numbers that we were able to corral them. One of them wasn't able to close the distance on us. We got tons of tools, which is great, and our first heavy metal shield, which we can compare stats on that in a second. The thing about the heavy metal shields is their actual stats aren't all that great. Was that it? We only had one wave to fight? Wow, that's pretty easy. Anyway, we could take a look at them right now. So compared to... So these are the feral shields. A light wooden shield covered in leather offers good protection against ranged attacks due to its size, but it's quite fragile. So you'll see its durability is only 16. And if we put that, can we organize by shields? Yeah, here we go. So this is a 15-15 fatigue of 10, but its durability is only 25. Late game characters will just like one-shot your shields if they choose to. Even more so on a feral shield. Sometimes the wooden shield can survive, but a feral shield will certainly not. Also, it's just 2 more fatigue. The metal shield, however, you'll see its actual durability is 72 compared to the kite shield, which we're currently rocking on all of our characters. But it has 10 less range defense, which I value really high. And it also causes 6 more fatigue. Yeah, so you have to have a super fatigue intensive guy, and you have to honestly be more worried about losing your shield than taking range damage, which I'm not. I'm always more worried about crossbow shots, warbow shots in the late game than I am about losing my particular shield. Honestly, shields are throwaway things. Yeah, so if someone breaks my kite shield, I'm just like, fine, at least they weren't hitting my brother. So we probably won't be using any heavy metal shields, but we'll almost certainly be selling them. Alright. Can you paint a metal shield? I doubt it. I don't think you can. So something... Oh, okay. Just remembered, feeling a little bit scatterbrained for a moment there, but I remembered we have this paint set. So if you've been looking at this wondering why I haven't used this yet, it's because I didn't really know how to use it. I wasn't sure if I needed this plus paint in order to paint something, but that is not the case. So what this does is it paints our shield to look like our standard. And for those of you who haven't seen our standard before, we are the Sons of Verona. Verona means crow or blackbird in Russian. That's kind of why I picked that. And yeah, so if we paint our shield, it'll look just like our banner, which is awesome. So I did it, I loaded the game, did it to see how it worked, and then went out of the game just to make sure that I wasn't doing something stupid. And I wanted to come over here to Erazil, who is our sergeant, and I think it's very fitting that our sergeant has our company's banner on his shield. Look how awesome that looks. That looks great. So I haven't been sitting on that because I'm an idiot. I've been sitting on it just because I didn't know what it does, and I wanted to make sure I'm not an idiot and use it incorrectly. So check that out. So eventually we'll have an entire front line of dudes rocking our kite shield colors. And that just looks great. I wonder how good it looks on all the other different kinds of shields. But anyway, that was an easy contract for us. We have enough gold to buy another warbow. I'm not sure if we're going to do it though. They're so expensive. So at the beginning of this episode, I talked about using things like throwing weapons. And these are not the ones we want to use. They cause much more fatigue than the human versions, and their stats are just a little bit worse. We want to get the human versions, and we will. Pretty shortly. My real concern right now is whether or not I want... Let's sell that too. We don't need that. Before we load it up, I also bought some cheese, some extra bandages, some more ammo. Figured we need all that stuff. So let's see, what did I want to look at? Yes, here. So the warbow, even a better price than it was the last time I looked at it. If we buy this though, we'll only be sitting on a few days worth, a day or two, or maybe as many as 3 days worth of crowns. We can always sell some things. We don't need quite this many poison glands or gossamer. I'm not sure if we'll ever use this potion. It just doesn't really have a home. But we could sell some of our stuff to make sure that we make it, because a warbow is such a significant upgrade for us. I would honestly prefer to buy a heavy crossbow as opposed to the warbow. But it's just, we're just a little bit, that 400 crowns is going to make a pretty big difference for us right now. Also, there are in this game the Goblin War Chiefs, I think is what they're called, or the Overlords perhaps? I think they're Overlords. They carry a super heavy metal version of these crossbows, and I like to get those for free if I can. And they're pretty much just as good as those. But before we buy anything, before we spend all of our crowns, let's see if we can get something here that'll make it safer to spend all of our money. Okay, this is a go out and kill things, which is actually perfect for us because I wanted to go out into the wilderness in today's episode and fight some of those encampments. And we can just take advantage of this quest to do that on our own. It's like they're going to pay us to do what we wanted to do anyway. So let's accept this contract. Pause it for a second. So they want us to go to Dunkelwald and probably some of these other places. But as we go, especially if we don't have enough heads by the time we get back, we can take on some of these ruins. This is undead. This might be human raiders. Probably raiders. More undead. And these are pretty scary if I remember right. Those had the, what are they called? They're like teleporting vampire dudes with Kopeshes as weapons. They're super scary. Anyway, I don't know if we're going to take those ones on, but we'll certainly fight some of these other dudes. But for now, we can go ahead. We'll come back, we'll get paid, and then I think we'll buy the warbow. I think that's the safest way to do it. Let's visit some of these cities, see very quickly what they have to offer us, if anything. Because some of these places actually do like us. Yes, check out the price difference. So, like 800 gold difference. Yeah, we don't want that. We can just check to see if they have anything else at decent prices or any kind of unique broken weapons that we can't get anywhere else. Not the case. So now we can go down here to Saxdorf. Lots of battles took place here. But we're not seeing any evidence of any type of enemy. And we can quickly come in here. They're being raided, so their supplies are very limited. And I think we're going to buy some... Let's buy some bread. Put us back up to 6 days. That's pretty good. And now it wants us to return to Senftenberg. But we're not going to do that. We're going to come down. I want to cross right here, buddy. Just walk over the mountains. It's okay. And we had one injury in our party that should be nearly done by now. Alright, something new. You come across a man sitting atop a signpost. He's tightening strings on a lute and testing the sounds. That was better, wouldn't you agree? Just agree. Nodding, you ask the man what he is doing. He jumps off the signpost and lands arms and legs out like a jester at the end of his act. Practicing. War is coming. Heard on the winds myself. And with war comes a need for... Come on, you can do it. Entertainment, that's right. And any call for nightly pleasures is a call for me. And in more ways than one, let me tell you. He pirouettes and grins. You've never seen a man with a wider smile, and you have a strong urge to blacken it dearly. The minstrel prances down the path. Don't you worry, Sellsword. With the nobles fighting amongst themselves, there shall never be a shortage of work for men of your talents. Good day. Okay. So basically, that was something telling us that war is coming between the noble houses. We had our event, our in-game event, set to random this game. I almost always get the war between the noble houses. I don't know what the odds are on that. Ooh. What do we have here? Okay, just some easy heads for us. We'll take this fight. Just raiders and marksmen. Should not be too bad. But yeah, we'll get a couple events before it full-on breaks out. Wow, lucky shot. Another lucky shot. Wow. I don't think he has clear line of sight, considering we have Scaredy there, but we'll see. And this one little shrub here is blocking a lot of damage for them. You know what? We'll pass. The overwhelm isn't vital. We just need to land accurate shots. And good. All of their no shield having dudes just walk straight into the lines of fire. That's exactly what we wanted. But yeah, those events are letting us know that war's coming. It's coming soon. Unfortunately, we're not quite geared enough for the war between the noble houses. But what you do is you kind of take these early fights and you scavenge. Just like we did with the Raiders early game, we just really need to start scavenging. There we go. Don't want to miss the easy shots. Damn, like that too. Nice. I mean, if we were able to take down all 3 of the two-handers before the battle even started, that puts the odds pretty squarely in our favor. And these are the types of battles where it's really great to have a lone wolf character. So our formation would be nearly identical. You better not hit this dude. They're all like aiming for him, and it sucks. But if we had a lone wolf character, he would essentially be like here already. The front line would be the same, it'd still be intact, our archers would still be doing damage. We basically just move everyone over 1, and then everyone is sitting, all of our archers are sitting directly behind our front line. We have a lone wolf character, his first turn is to go here, and then the AI freaks out. They have no idea what to do. Half their melee characters go to engage them. I would sit here, take the high ground, and then just start whacking them with my greatsword and killing them. Their archers will start shooting, making bad shots. It does so much against the AI especially that it's just a super effective technique. And then your lone wolf stats are so high from that ability and from having something like high ground here, applying reach advantage, underdog, keeping them up. I mean, they take so much of the DPS off of your brothers that it's really amazing. And then in the end, you know, if no one comes to me, I'm just like, fine, I'll just walk straight to your archers and start cutting them down, you know. We'll take a 40% chance shot, and we nailed it. We'll just keep passing until we see how these dudes move. If we get a shot on these marksmen, a clear shot, we need to take it. There we go. Alright. Man, even an aim shot, we can't quite get him. Both hits on him, huh? Okay, he should be exhausted. I mean, God, we didn't get the kill. Unbelievable. Alright, we wasted a lot of attacks on that dude. He should honestly be dead. Probably didn't need to spear wall. Yeah, that's what I expected. And now we get a chance to hit him. We want these helmets, guys. These are all upgrade helmets for us. I don't think it's quite time to drop dogs. Maybe next turn. We're taking aim shots. Javelins are missing. It's all good for us. 51 on that raider. Nice. Big damage. Stabbed his guts. It's gotta hurt. I can't believe we missed that. There we go. Okay. Alright, so some major routing going on now. This is the time. Arazel's going to step forward. And we're just going to start beating them down. Locking them into combat here. 67 chance shot. Oh, and we whiff. Big hit. And we want to lock this guy down as well. 46. Damn. We honestly don't want to move here. Yeah, we need to move there. Put our shield up. Nice. One of them got taken down. And we're going to move here. Put our shield up. Give our brothers a bit more cover. Especially this one. Bad Eyes, who's taking some damage this fight. Yeah, he's exposed. But nice. So rotation helping them out. But that shouldn't really be a thing after this. We're going to move up and take a shot. 45%, and we whiff. Big hit there from Lance. And the person who claimed Lance, I want to say thank you. They said they liked the little custom barbershop detail that I gave him, which is cool to hear. And they kind of gave me the go-ahead to change out his weapon. Right now, he just takes a lot of damage. I don't think I quite want to change out that weapon yet. It's still pretty good for where we are in the game. It feels bad when he takes some of these huge hits that he takes. When we could have him, you know, using a kite shield or something and he wouldn't be taking any damage at all. There we go. We'll move up under the cover of our shield bros. I don't think we need to do anything else, honestly. We could just move back here with Bad Eyes. No reason to put him in danger at all. We can move up to cover Green Phobe there. This dude is locked. He's going to have to pull out a melee weapon if he has one. And we just need to grab this crossbow, or this bowman here. Yeah, if we can. This may be a time where we need to drop some dogs, actually. Perhaps should have done that beforehand. We should have moved forward and then dropped the dog. We would have got it further. Bit of dog mistakes there. So how far can we move him? We can move him this far and drop a dog. That's what we wanted. Boom. That's why dogs are awesome. We'd love to just get that hunting bow just so we can sell it. Fully expecting him to just cut him down there, and he certainly did. Drop another one. Can it reach? It can. So this dude is pretty boned. Triple War Dog. Yeah, he's not having a good day. Don't know if we need to do anything more than that. But we will. I just want to say thank you for all the stuff you're about to give me. It's going towards a good cause. Oh god, there's so many dogs. Battle Brother's is the only one that's not on the field, it looks like. Wow, big hit to the body. And he tried to cudgel our dog. What a jerk. I mean, just because they're tearing you limb from limb doesn't mean you need to get all animal cruelty up in here. Yeah, Battle Brother needs to join this party. I feel like a Pokemon trainer. I'm just like, go, Battle Brother. Guys, I wish so much that I could play Pokemon on this channel. I don't know how many of you out there like Pokemon, but when I was a kid, Pokemon was the thing, right? And I loved the first two generation of games, and then after that, they kind of just felt strange to me. There were a lot of technical improvements in the handheld games that made the quality of life, so to speak, better. But the Pokemon just felt lamer. There are certain good ones in every generation, that I will not deny, but the vast majority of them just didn't feel as authentic as the first two generations. So I kind of fell out of playing Pokemon, but lately I've been getting back into it. But I just don't have a way to play it on the channel. I wish I did, because I would love to do like a Soul Silver, perhaps, playthrough. I could see that being very fun. We didn't get any of those helmets. Oh, man. Any one of those helmets would have been an upgrade, a great upgrade, because we're currently using 110 helmets, and those are 140s. They would have been great. But we did pick up some leather shoulder guards, and another full stack of tools, as well as 360 gold. So this is a really great place for us. We didn't really need the dagger, and a lot of the stuff we can sell. We also picked up a two-handed wooden flail, which is a pretty nasty looking weapon. Has a high chance to hit head. And we didn't really take much damage. Only Lance took some damage, and Bad Eyes. I guess Hondo took a little, but by the time we get into another fight, they'll be fine. So Green Phobe here, our crossbowman. Where do you need help, Green Phobe? Let's take a look at your stats first. We'll take a 4 there. That's excellent. That's exactly what we needed. Pretty big 4 in fatigue there. That's great. And he does have dodge. So upgrading his initiative is the same as upgrading these two. So we're going to take a 6 there. It also powers up his overwhelm once we get it. And this may be a pretty decent time to take it. We certainly do want overwhelm on him. We also want executioner and fearsome. And then that should free us up to either get something like brawny, quick hands, or something else. Potentially make him a different type of character. Lots of good ideas in the comment sections about getting bags and belts Having rotation on a few of our brothers would be very good as well. So Hungry Two-Timer, what do you do, man? You're just a spear bro. You're probably a spear bro for life because your stats are pretty bad. Oh, I was wondering why his resolve didn't match his number, and it's because he has the necklace that we made from the Alps parts. But these are some pretty solid rolls. We can get his resolve just a bit higher, and we can take a 2 there, put him up to 60. And honestly, he's almost certainly a spear bro for life. So spear mastery would be great because it also helps his fatigue. We want fearsome. We want executioner. And we probably want spear mastery. You know what, let's take fearsome for now. It's just such a better ability. And if we come across a good weapon for him, like a tier 3 type weapon, because we're getting so close, he'll almost certainly be a spear bro, guys. 60 melee skill is pretty low. And he doesn't have any stars in it. He may not even reach 70. Well, he'll probably reach 70, but he won't get any higher than 70 by the time he's kind of maxed out. And we're looking for much better than that. I mean, you look here at Aerozil, he's at 75 at level 8. And he'll probably be rocking around like the 90 mark by the time we're done. But anyway, we could travel over here to Suitfest. Just see what they have, perhaps sell some junk, and then come back down here and see what this Tomb of the Forefathers is all about. Maybe take another good fight. We have a lot of crowns. And are these good prices? No, these are a bit high prices. Are they good selling prices? They are. So 18 is pretty upper medium on the prices. So we can get rid of some of this stuff here. We don't need all of this. Sell the flail. Get rid of that. This. We don't need any more daggers. And we're going to give these 2 shoulder guards to somebody. Just not quite sure who yet. Oh, and we did pick up some meat as well. It spoils quickly, but it's helping us. Do we want to buy anything? We were really hoping to get that war bow. Check this out, guys. This is the coat of plates. 320 on that bad boy, but the fatigue is brutal. 42 maximum fatigue. And most of my other playthroughs right now from back in the day, my guys are pretty much rocking solid coat of plates. My front line with Battleforged as one of the perks that they have, they just don't take any damage. They're just kind of immortal. Helmets. It's honestly what I'm looking at right now. If they had another one of these, the Salets, I think is how you pronounce that, we would buy it and we would get it for Bad Eyes. But that's just not the case right now. Yeah, their prices are just too bad. The bassinets would be great if we could pick up those. But alas, that is not the case. And here, these are 110, these are 115, I believe. Yes. Okay. Burnfried, I think you've earned some shoulder pads. Let's hook him up. That's fine. Grimald, you disappoint me, Grimald. And then maybe we give these to Hungry Two-Timer, just because he's out on the edge of the formation, and it'd be nice if he had better armor. Yeah, those are so cheap, guys, and in the late game, we're going to want these anyway, the Heraldric shoulder pads, so I don't feel bad wasting them, and then the ones where we don't have that, we'll have the Direwolf pelt mantles, which we should be swimming in by the late game, once we're just butchering 20 plus stacks of wolves, which is something I'm hoping we'll get to. Also, I just noticed we can sell this as well. No reason to hold that. Anything else? Are we good? I think we're good. Okay, let's go try and pick a fight in a second here. Yeah, terrible prices, terrible prices. Any good people to recruit? The world's most expensive sellsword. Thorisman the Night Slayer. Oh my god. He comes with a good helmet and a good two-handed axe. Read this dude's bio. Damn. I want this dude. So honestly, guys, we're about at that point in our playthrough where we should consider starting to pick up brothers with better backgrounds. This is like a quantum leap in the future. This dude's name plus his bio makes me think he'll probably have just unbelievably ridiculous stats if we pick him up. Hedge Knights, I don't remember what their stars usually lean towards or what type of things they could have, but it says he's like giant. He may have some kind of giant trait. I'm not sure. Even like militia are usually better than what we're currently rocking. Sellswords are great, they're just very expensive. You'll see he's even more expensive than the Night Slayer per turn. And I think Hedge Knights are a step above Sellswords. I don't quite remember the ranking, but I think these guys are pretty much near the top. There's Nobles, I think, are really high up too, and Sword Masters are super high. And then Sellswords, Raiders, they're somewhere like in the middle tier, but yeah, I would love to get him. We're not rich enough currently. And real quick, our morale is great, so we don't need to drink. We can just come here and see if there's any kind of... Yeah, okay. So if he was like, there's a rare treasure out to the east, we might have gone looking for it. But otherwise, I think we're good. Okay, so this is the thing about war. It's pretty long. I'm not going to read it all for you guys out loud. I read that ancient statue thing, which is like 6 pages. I'm not sure how y'all feel about my reading. But if you want to read this, please feel free. I'll sit this on here for a second. Feel free to pause the video and to read it. I've read this many, many a time. This is pretty much the only event that I ever get. And there you go. Okay, so war is upon us. The noble houses are now fighting. I think we can take contracts at this point, and we can essentially pick a side and start killing off armies from other towns, which can be good, can be bad. We'll lose places to trade, which is unfortunate, which is why it's kind of important early on in your playthroughs to identify the part of the map that you're most invested in. And I would have to say that it's definitely these two. So if I had to pick one country to beat up on, it's probably going to be the green one. Where are they? House Steinwall. Oh, which sucks. That's very close to my last name. But yeah, we're never up north. Their towns kind of suck. And we have so many good options here in this town, on this like country here, that we don't really want to upset them. And this is also a really good like staging point for all of our expeditions into this area. So I don't think we want to piss off these two countries. We'd rather do it to the smaller green one. And then what will happen is these two countries will probably take over this one. They may come out of it alive, but they'll be pissed at us if they do survive. So let's go in here and take this fight. Quickly before we do. Still a bit injured. And our armor's a bit jacked up. You know what? We'll skip that. We'll skip that fight. We'll take one of these closer to Senftenberg. Yeah, I think that's better. Let's give ourselves more time to repair. And there we go. We get some repairs. More time to heal. And of course, we'll go 2 times speed so that we're not driving you guys crazy with the slow pace. Yeah, we'll take this fight as well. And let's get there before nighttime. We can easily take out some thugs. Oh, that's a lot of dudes. Oh, Jesus, and they're all rocking crossbows. They gotta go. Crossbows have to go. And look at this weapon. I think that's the Warbrand. Oh my god, and they're nicely blocking our shots there. And we missed. Jesus Christ. Come on. Wow, nice shot. Perfect. Really couldn't ask for better than that. The crossbows and that Warbrand are the most dangerous things on the field. If we can get rid of the majority of them, the rest is just kind of like chaff units. The one thing I don't like is that this high ground position is right next to our front line. So we're going to want to take that with someone. My mouse is acting up a bit, guys, sorry. Dang, we took those shots hoping for some quality misses at the very least. Didn't get them. But now we can take a big shot on the Warbrand holder, and we're not going to get it. It's unfortunate. Okay. Wow, missing everything. And I think we need to step up here. Spear wall it up. We may need to rotate down a bit. It should be fine. I don't think we're leaving anyone exposed. Maybe a little bit of a line of sight issue there. Okay. A lot of what we do here is going to depend on how they move. Alright, some javelins coming out. So the difference between javelins and the throwing axes is in what they do to armor. So, man, can we just kill this dude? Probably. And we miss. So axes damage armor pretty heavily, whereas the javelins tend to pierce the armor. It's just a matter of what you prefer. If you're going up against heavily armored enemies and you want to batter down their armor, then you would go with the throwing axes. Yeah, we just need to help out the bottom here, and we're just missing everything, which feels really bad. Nice that we were able to put a shot on him before he does anything. Nice. So near death. And we're going to step in on these dudes and crush them with aerosol. But we need to get rid of this Warbrand just to make sure that he doesn't then in turn step in on us. And they should be locked down. We don't have to worry about them, I don't think. Take an easy couple shots on this Raider, who is very lightly equipped. Spear wall saves lives. Call that good. So, I mean, they need to, like, thread the needle here to get to our back line. And unfortunately, Scaredy does not have Spear Mastery. So they're able to jump in once they break our spear wall. And I don't want to step out on these dudes. Let's let them keep killing themselves on our spear wall. Hondo. Come on, buddy. We talked about this. You have to land your hits. Like, you just have to. But also, it's pretty sweet. Whether we realize it or not, his direwolf pelt is kind of like checking the morale of these dudes. Do we have any good shots yet? We don't. Take a 61 on that Raider. We pierced his side. What was that? Wow, he hit us with the flail. Alright. Our defenses hold. Yeah, took that for the easy kill, the easy morale. And if we clean them up here, we could probably just sweep down. Damn. What misses? Nice. And there we go. Talk about a rout. Aerosol takes down 2 of them. And we can honestly step all the way up and lock more of them down. Yeah, I like that. Big hit. Big hit. And we're cleaning them up now. Perfect. Alright. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so now it's just a matter of who we want to lock down and how. And this is how we do it. Everyone's locked down, everyone's routing. Perfect. Step in here, so we have multiple shots. And everyone should just be getting cut up as they try and run away now. And he's absolutely stuck. Yeah, you guys are getting run down. Sorry, buddies. There ain't no coming back from this. Can we switch? No, we can't. Okay. Big hit here. Was really hoping to not destroy the helmet. Okay, we got his weapon. That's a valuable one. His helmet's not very important. Step back here. Perfect. Erzo is brutal. That dude gets kills. He kind of always has. That's why he's our sergeant. Nice. And that Berserk is just coming in huge for us. If you're wondering why we're getting to act so many times, it's because we're getting these kills and we're just having an abundance of action points. It's just at this point it's having enough fatigue to make sure that we can always make use of that. So here we got Bundle of Javelins. I think, man, are these the ones? No, these are the ones we can reload. Okay, and we got another stack of tools. That's awesome. And we got one of the helmets. So I was hoping to get two. We only got one. Still not bad. We can repair some of this stuff and sell it for big money. And we also had another stack of that. Plus, I mean, this was a huge pickup for us here. We lost almost nothing. We should have gotten tons of experience. Did we get any levels? Honestly, didn't see. Yeah, we got 3 levels. That's beautiful. Yeah, we're going to make a ton off of this little trip here, guys. And I think we have time to make one more fight if we want to. Scaredy, you can go ahead and take that helmet since yours is already busted anyway. Might as well not repair it. And we can... So right now I'm just like alt right clicking, and that's how you repair things in your inventory, in case you're wondering at home how I'm doing that. And we can repair these short swords. They sell for a decent amount. Not a ton. So, alright, so here we go. The bundle of javelins. Let's try and use these. Who has great fatigue? So, actually, Scaredy has amazing fatigue. Oh, can we not put that in the ammo slot? It has to go here? How does this work? What do we use? If we switch, what are we switching to? Javelins or dagger? Or both? I honestly don't know. I need to figure that out. Because obviously when you pull out your javelins... No. We'd be able to switch to whatever we want. We can switch to either. Okay. So I think what we do here is we take the dagger out and do something like that. We certainly want to have the ability to heal if possible. And he's got a net, so we're going to leave him with that. He also has really bad fatigue. But he doesn't. We can give you the javelins. So if I'm understanding this correctly, just by loading them into here and like moving a bit, these should instantly like load up to 5. So let's pass a little bit, pass some time. And if we go back in here, have they reloaded from our ammunition? And they have. Alright, so this is a pretty cool step for us. We're going to try and make use of these javelins. They do decent damage, but the farther away we throw, the worse they get. So they give us a bit of reach on characters that don't have any themselves. What a terrible... This is why you're a spear, bro. Good fatigue roll, though. I'll take that. And his resolve is awful, so we'll take that. And we can take that. That's fine. Okay. What are your perks? We could give him Fortified Mind to try and bring him back in line with the rest of our dudes, but at this point I don't think that's necessary. I think we just take Fearsome and call it, but you're almost certainly going to be a Spear Bro. We want Executioner plus Spear Bro. Okay. Also, he may be a good character for our medic. We're just going to have to see how that shakes out. We have a few more levels to determine, where we're going with that. So good pickup here for Edgel. bit more resolve, and some decent HP. I think those are all fine. And as far as perks go, yeah, we just want Fearsome. Fearsome on all of our archers. We're just going to rout the hell out of everybody. Raymond, another 4. So we're up in the 80s there on Raymond. That feels pretty good. His resolve is somewhat low. His fatigue is just so-so. And we'll get him up to 70 HP, which I think is the minimum of what we want. And now we have some options. I think we can get Brawny. And he could end up being in like great armor later on. If he has the fatigue for it. But right now, I think we're just going to get fast adaptation to make sure we're much more accurate, and then potentially something like quick hands after. So we're going to take these dudes out. They don't want to fight us for sure. We don't mind fighting them at night. They also have ranged. And then we're at our 25 heads already. So we can go turn in that quest and make a ton of gold. Buy ourselves a war bow. Check that out. Yeah. So these types of groups are deceptively dangerous. Because they're going to want to run away from us. We're going to advance on them. But as we advance, we expose our archers to fire. And our formation gets split. So we lose a lot of our defensive strength. The key is just kind of picking when to do it. But these aren't the types of enemies that I'm the most scared about. They're all using bows. They're not using like crossbows and things. We can advance under the cover of some of our shielded bros. But if they were I don't know, goblins, or as we get into this war, we'll be fighting against some pretty ridiculous ranged units with even better ranged equipment than we currently have. And dogs are going to be good here also, just worth noting. We don't want to go there. So yeah, retreating or advancing kind of in this sloppy way could be very rough against those types of opponents. They could really make you pay for that. And in those instances, you just kind of want to hold your ground and try and out-skirmish them. Because if you have to advance under that kind of fire, you're going to have a bad day. Yeah, now we're locking them down. Nice. Good shot. Okay, since we got that kill, I think we're just going to drop a dog. The odds of us getting another one of those kills is pretty low. And if we can kill him, we can get him out of our way. Oh, you punk. No, that's it. We're dropping a dog. Yeah, fully expect the dog to go there. And now we're in. This dude's not going to make it. Try to kill our dog. You punk. Yeah, if we lose a dog here, then this fight is like not worth it. Experience, you know, we can kind of get experience anywhere. We don't have to take ridiculous little fights like this. Yeah, big hit. We want to tie down these two back here. They're the only ones that aren't currently engaged. And they're free to take shots on us, which we don't like. Oh no, Spirit. The armor saved him. Damn. How far can we move there? We can move there and then drop our dog. We'll try and route him so that he can't do anything. bit of vision. Move here, drop our dog on the high ground. It's a good spot for him. No, we can't do that. Let's go over here. Yeah, I was about to say that should be an easy kill. And then we can step forward a bit, drop Battle Brother. See where he goes. Nice, and he's going to catch him for us. Beautiful. Pass. So Spirit's safe. And Battle Brothers is definitely our strongest dog. There you go, Spirit. Get your revenge. I'm not even mad. That wasn't a lot of experience anyway. Yeah, Battle Brother just has a ton of armor. I don't know how good exactly that unhold armor is compared to what he's currently using, but it's got to be pretty good. It's just such an expensive thing for it to have, or to be really bad. I just can't envision that. And we have enough DPS on this dude now. We will just pass. All day pass. To not waste anybody's time. We'll run him down. Our dog's going to get in on him. There we go. Alright guys, did we get any more levels? No, that would have been too easy. We did get some of our ammunition back, which is fine. And now we can head back to Senftenberg. So today's was, you know, a lot of raider fights, but we did also fight our first orc warriors, which I hope was exciting for those of you out there who have never seen them before. Later in the game, we'll be fighting groups probably of something like 10 orc young, 7. Oh my god, that was spiders out of nowhere. Oh my god. 23 spiders out of the desert. Oh, I'm not scared of them at all, and we're not fighting them in the forest. But this episode is already like an hour plus. Oh my god. That's a lot of them. And they have that poison, and we're just a little bit injured. Guys, I think we're going to call that for today's episode. Unbelievable. What an unbelievable way to end today's episode. I'm sitting here shaking my head. I don't know what else to do. We're gonna kill a lot of spiders at the end of this, at the beginning of tomorrow's episode. I hope you enjoyed this today. It was a pretty fun one. We went over lots of strategies and some of the things that are upcoming for us. War has started. We painted our first shield, rocking that on Arazil. What else did we do? Like I said, we fought our first orc warrior. That was pretty good. And we're about to make a ton of gold and get ourselves our second warbow, which is such a massive upgrade for us. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoy watching me kill spiders. The last time we fought them was absolutely nerve-wracking. So let's hope this one goes better for us. It should, because I think last time we fought them, it was in the dark in the forest. And we just could not maneuver against them. And their poison was just brutal. So hopefully this time we can just cut them down easily, shoot them to death with our range superiority, and spear wall them to death. So anyway, guys, wish me luck in the next one. Once again, my name is Brett. My channel is Good Talk Gaming. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. My channel is growing, and I'm very happy about that. And even though I'm not getting, a ton of subscribers compared to how many views I'm getting, the people who are subscribing and who are leaving comments are super kind and very informative. And that's the exact kind of community that I'm hoping to grow on my channel. So thank you so much to all of you out there who have already subscribed. And if you have subscribed and you haven't left me a name suggestion, we still have a couple good open brothers who could very easily get a new name and a new look. And we can kid them out a little bit at this point the way you would like them. So, alright guys, take care, and I will see you in the next one.